Hi, and welcome to our live stream. Today, we're going to be doing the live stream all about our brand new course with the National Space Centre, the BTEC Level 3 Immersive Design and Development course. It's really exciting. If you have any questions throughout this live stream, feel free to just pop them into the comments. Come and chat to us, just let us know what you think. We'll be answering all the questions throughout, and you can join in. Initially, we're going to start with our friends from the National Space Centre. So I'll introduce you to Jacob. Hi, Jacob. You all right?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So I'll let you take it away and give an overview of what you guys are going to go through.
Awesome. Do you want to stick up my presentation? I've got one
Sure.
queued. Awesome. Cool. As you can see, we've got exciting new graphics for our
Yes.
Immersive Academy courses. So our presentations they're going up in quality, looking even better than they were before. But yeah, I'm here to talk to you about our new Immersive Academy and Immersive Academy courses, which are hosted primarily by the National Space Centre with Leicester College, as you can see in kind of the bottom right. Um, just going over some of the brief facts of the course. It's a BTEC Diploma Level 3 in Immersive Design, so that's featuring virtual reality, so headsets, Vives, Rift, that kind of cool design. Augmented reality, so stuff that perhaps you could pull out your phone. I'm sure we've all had a go with augmented reality apps, and we can see virtual assets in the real world. And then mixed reality, so kind of the blending of the two of those. Is a one-year course with successful completion guaranteeing entry to a second year, like an additional course, which adds together to make a 2-year standard college course. But it gives us a bit more flexibility. It gives the students a bit more flexibility, and it ensures that we can keep on the cutting edge of the technology and resources that we're delivering. It's equivalent in UCAS points to 3A levels, so same sort of scope as work that you'd be doing in sixth form or another college, because we're really interested in ensuring students have a really good pathway to continue forwards into university or employment. So you want those A-level equivalent UCAS points. It's taught split between Leicester College and the National Space Centre. Some classes will be done inside the Space Centre itself, and some classes will be taught over at Leicester College with Leicester College staff. So you get kind of the best of both worlds. You get the highly pushed kind of vocational, subject-specific courses over at the National Space Centre, and then you also get that traditional college experience at Leicester College. So it's great to experience both sides of post-16 education. The teaching staff come with a wealth of experience. We've got loads of great staff over at Leicester College. You'll be meeting a couple of those later. And then primarily I'll be teaching the stuff over at the National Space Centre. Just to give you a bit of background, I've been teaching in the kind of games and immersive design kind of field for 5 or 6 years now, primarily at De Montfort University and Nottingham Trent University. So I should know perfectly how to get you up into those universities if that's the direction that you want to be heading. The really exciting thing about the course and what we're going to kind of be focusing on during this presentation is the fact it's accompanied by a work placement. The students aren't just going to get in class time, they're going to be working alongside the National Space Centre Creative Studio on real commercial projects and really get that experience that a lot of graduates are lacking. The best thing you can possibly add to your CV is, look, here's a list of cool projects I've already worked on. So here's a little render of what our classroom looks like. It's currently pretty close to this, where we're just decking out with some computers and some more desks, etc. But you can see we've got 3D depth filming and a green screen. We've got a cool 3D dome in the back to simulate the planetarium that we have at the National Space Centre in a smaller scale. VR workstations, cutting edge, all the students can have access to the very top resources that we can afford. So yeah, as we said, there's going to be a key work placement. In the last talk, we went over a lot of the subject-specific material and the classes the students will be taking. So if you're interested in having a look at that, at the end of this talk, feel free to pop over and watch the video on the Leicester College Facebook page covering that. But we're gonna focus really hard on the work placement side. They'll be working alongside the NCC Creative department on commercial projects, almost acting as a junior member of the team. performing roles like QA, helping out our artists, our animators, and all the other cool professionals with wealths of industry experience that we've got. And they're going to actively contribute to professional briefs and industry-leading projects, which is super exciting. What I'm going to do now is actually throw you over to Paul, who's the head of the NSC Creative Department, and he's going to talk to you about what exactly the department is and how they've created, cutting-edge, cool stuff in the creative fields. Hey, Paul.
Cool. Thanks, Jacob. So NCC Creative, basically we are an immersive storytelling studio. So we are based at the National Space Centre, but we do work for clients all over the world as well as the National Space Centre. We've been established for over 20 years now. So we started out working in 360 planetarium domes. That's where we're very well known internationally. Specialise in stereoscopic 3D dome content as well. One of the first producers in the world to produce this kind of content. And then over the last 5 years, as XR technology or extended reality has started to emerge and evolve, we've been looking at how we can utilize virtual reality and most recently augmented reality goggles to really push storytelling forwards and explore what is possible in these new mediums. We also do a lot of work with museums, science centres and theme parks, kind of media-driven, story-driven installations as well. And we're working on a significant amount later this year, which we're really excited about. So I'm just going to give a few little mini case studies of a few projects that we've worked on over the last kind of 12 to 18. And so Capcom Go, the Apollo story, this was to celebrate the 50th year of Apollo 11 of humans landing on the moon. So this was a 20 planetarium show which has gone international. I think it's in over 20 countries, in over 100 venues, and that was really successful. One of our most successful planetarium shows that we've ever made, and this was available in for kind of regular 2D domes, but also for 3D domes for those that have the technical capability. So these are some shots in the Sir Patrick Moore Planetarium, which is at the National Space Centre, the largest digital planetarium in the UK. And to go alongside this project, for the first time, we created a AR and VR companion app. So this was our AR app, which was actually a hybrid AR VR app. So you could utilize either on iPhone or Android the latest kind of augmented reality technology, but it also had a version of the planetarium film that you could watch with a Google Cardboard viewer. So I'm pretty sure it's one of the first kind of apps to be able to do this. I'm just going to show a short video which shows a little bit of kind of in-game footage of it. So that application is available now. It's available for free on iOS and Android. So go and check it out and let us know what you think. And that's something that we've been using as part of our community engagement program as well across Leicester, where we're able to give people access to this technology if maybe they don't have a compatible handset. And then another version we really wanted to look at how we could take the planetarium experience into high-end PC VR. So yes, we've got the Google Cardboard version, which is available to lots of different people. But for those that do have the right technology, we wanted to do something using the hand controllers. And so we came up with Capcom Go, the VR Planetarium, which is out on Steam. And I'm just going to show a short video on that as well. So this utilizes kind of hand tracking to allow you to manipulate and control a virtual planetarium. So with that, we went for kind of a 60s kind of vibe with the art direction in that, and it's a really fun experience. It has kind of optomechanical style ball that you can play around with, and a laser show and all that kind of stuff. Plus you can watch the actual planetarium show in high quality, high resolution, high frame rate, stereoscopic 3D as well. So again, go and check that out on Steam if you've got a VR headset. And then the final project I want to talk about is called Vestige. So this is kind of stepping away from the science centre work that we're most well known for, and exploring more kind of dramatic and kind of cinematic storytelling. So Vestige is exploring what we call spatial storytelling. So rather than looking at things on a flat screen, whether that be cinema or a game, actually allowing the user, the viewer, to actually choose their own perspective as they explore the environment. And so to be able to do this in room scale VR, we use a technique called volumetric capture. And so this allows us to capture not only the kind of the color information that you would get in a regular kind of cinema capture, but also depth information, so that when you can see this played back in a game engine, you can kind of choose your vantage point and explore and interact with that experience. So this was a really successful kind of piece that toured the film circuit in 2018. I think it went to over 30 different festivals, won lots of awards and things. And to go alongside it, we had different installations as well to really kind of make it special for that kind of festival goer. At Tribeca in New York, we had this memory foam idea as well. So once you came out of the experience, you could leave your own testimony in response to the experience. And then in Dockfest in Sheffield, we did this installation. These kind of shards represent the subject matter, which is all about memory and grief. And it's really quite a profound experience, and we do actually get quite a lot of people quite touched by the experience. So it's definitely not for everyone, but it is really powerful use of this new technology, and shows you what you can do, new ways of bringing live action into these immersive environments. And then finally, as a follow-on to the Vestige project, we worked with Magic Leap and our co-producers Atlas 5 to produce a mixed reality augmented version. And so this was actually due to premiere at South by Southwest last year, just when the pandemic kicked off. So it hasn't got to see the full light of day yet. But this is a two-person Magic Leap headset with a projection mapped interactive installation. So I know I'm throwing out kind of lots of buzzwords at the moment, and it may not mean anything to you at the moment, but basically this is an environment. It's almost like you're inside a video game, but you've also got this augmented overlay as well. So it's really quite a unique way to experience a kind of a cinematic story. So hopefully we'll be able to showcase that when the pandemic calms down a little bit. And here's just a short video. So that if you're one of the few people in the world who has a Magic Leap headset, you can actually download that for free from the Magic Leap World Store as well. So that kind of shows how we introduce this stylized art direction to overcome some of the challenges of volumetric capture at the moment. But it did create this kind of very ethereal, kind of fragmented memory landscape that really helped to support the narrative that we were working with there. So that's just a kind of a snapshot of some of the projects that we've been working on over the last year or so. Lots more to come, but I just wanted to kind of give you, looking at planetariums, virtual reality, mixed reality, some of the things that we're doing, and some of which you'll also have an opportunity to experiment with all the same technology and create your own new immersive experiences. So. Thanks.
Brilliant. Thanks for that, Paul. That was really, really interesting. That's a lot of different tech that students will potentially get to use and go through. We haven't had any questions as of yet, but if you do have any questions, feel free to pop them in the comments, and you will get a chance to ask them to Paul or Jacob towards the end of this live stream. So now we're going to move on to Rob, who's going to give you a bit more information about how the course works from Leicester College's point of view. So let's just add him in. Hi, Rob, you okay?
Hello, everyone. Thanks, Adam.
Bro. That's all right. I'll leave you to it.
Everyone, I'd just like to say how unique that presentation from Paul was as part of a pitch for a new study program course for 16 to 18-year-olds or above. And I think I just want to start on that point in the fact that this StreamYard presentation for this course is so unique. The majority of our BTECs that we've run historically now for a long time in the creative fields have always had employer input where we can, whether that's delivering live briefs, projects, guest speakers, but never before have we had an opportunity with such a prestigious employer, an national sort of organization in its field, to have links and such a substantial links for students within a course since my experience at Leicester College. And I think what the viewers here watching this presentation need to understand is not only are you going to get an established level 3 qualification that's part of the Pearson EdExcel BTEC suite. So it's a standard qualification, it's national, it has UCAS points as Jacob suggested. But this course has a much greater input from a unique employer that's extremely well pitched in its industry. And you just won't see anything like it. So for those people, and I'm sure Jacob will come back on later, for those learners that are interested in computer science, computing, games, animation, illustration, digital design, all the things that Paul and Jacob are showing you, you seriously need to think about your choices, because you'll all be looking at BTECs and A-levels right now, but there are limited places on this course, and nationally you will not find another course like this that could get you industry work experience and therefore potentially, a junior job in the sector. Most of the stuff you'll only touch on by looking at it on the web or reading something. Here you'll actually be in a workplace of almost a global provider. So that's my pitch to start. So thank you, Paul. And I hope you're really excited by seeing Paul's examples of their portfolio. I just want to talk a little bit about the course in Leicester College. You'll be joining the Space Centre and ourselves, and you'll be enrolled as a Leicester College learner. And as part of the Creative Arts and Media department, you're part of 350 full-time sort of 16 to 19-year-old learners. So it's a really big creative department that has fashion, media, photography, graphics, art, and more, within that department. And you'll be part of that as a cohort. And as part of that cohort, you will be taking on your vocational qualification, but you'll also be having tutorials with the college. So, and you'll also be doing potentially, I don't think you will, Maths and English, but our grades are set that you should have Maths and English at grade 4 above. We've set it for grade 5. And then you also undertake the work experience, which is substantial at the Space Centre. Whereas normally a work experience might be 10 to 20 hours or 30 hours where you have guest speakers coming in. You'll be at that workplace week in, week out for potentially a year to 2 years. So that forms what we call a full-time study program, which is 15 hours a week where you're at college. And I think there may be slightly more capacity with the work experience. You'll spend more time at the Space Centre as well. So, between 3 or 4 days a week is the time that the course will take up on your timetable, of which a day a week will be at college, at Leicester College, and 2 days approximately will be at the Space Centre. At college, we've devised a program with Jacob and the Space Centre where you'll be studying some of our specialisms like photography, video storytelling and narrative, and animation at the college. And we deliver those up to a degree level in the college across our extended diploma level 3, and then our foundation degrees and our BA BAPSCI on level 6, which is a degree. So we will be studying in our established suites with the latest Adobe software, whether that's After Effects, Premiere, Illustrator, those sorts of things. And you'll be supported by our really experienced team of learning coaches and staff. So you've got this great hybrid of the inspiration of the Space Centre and the valuable work experience and the industrial knowledge that they have, which is right at the current edge. And then you've got, supported by core delivery and quality processes at the college, and I would say that it's a very established department here at Leicester College, and we get good success rates right across the board for our full-time study programs, and we've got a good Ofsted reports as well. So that's the environment that you're coming into. Just working my way through, I think that generally concludes sort of our presentation. We have lots of links to the department that includes photography and the computer suites and the staff. So if you want to have a virtual look round, hopefully Adam can help me out and signpost us on our homepage to our virtual links at the end of the talk. But I just want to end where you're all looking at your PS16 choices, and you've just made your PS16 choices if you're leaving school. But I'm not sure if they can be changed, but if you are seriously into the subjects, and bear in mind the Space Centre is local to Leicester and nowhere else, you could really get ahead in this field. And it's seriously worth going back to your careers advisors. I know we have Lisa here in a second to come on to see if you can adjust your choice. And if you're applying directly, so you're looking at an AS at the moment, you're 17 studying AS, you could potentially reapply to us next year and go from there. Jacob and I have some information on the portfolio. So I know Jacob's with us in a second, and I'm not sure who's next on the presentation. So I know that Jacob and I, that's one bit of information we want to cover before we finish. Thanks, Adam.
Brilliant. Thank you for that, Rob. And yeah, we can certainly get some links up onto the live stream. So if you are looking to have a look through our virtual tours, get a feel of Leicester College, you can do, and we can direct you to the actual course itself. And yeah, we can have some time at the end just to go through the portfolio with yourself and Jacob. But next, we are going to move on to Lisa, who is from our careers team, who's going to give you a bit of information about what you can do once you've finished this course, or where this course can take you. Hi, Lisa, you all right?
Hi, I'm absolutely fine, thanks, Adam.
Good. So we've got some questions for you that I'll bring up on screen for you.
Okay, lovely.
So the first question we've got is, what are my options once I've completed this course?
Okay, great. Well, I just want to say what an absolutely fantastic course, what a great opportunity students have if they study this. But yeah, there's plenty of options to consider after the course. So for example, as the course is spread over 2 years and equivalent to 3 A levels, you could apply to higher education and study a degree. Technologies related to gaming, augmented and virtual realities really transform the creative possibilities. So there's some really exciting courses available. So courses such as immersive media or virtual reality design. So subjects like this could lead to careers in immersive gaming and interactive art. You could work in the industry to help create technologies, in flight simulations or surgical training tools. I mean, honestly, the possibilities are absolutely endless. As well as degree opportunities, then you might want to consider an apprenticeship whereby you gain the opportunity to gain real life work experience, earn a salary whilst gaining a qualification. So high-end degree apprenticeships in creative design, immersive media are options currently being advertised in the sector. Apprenticeships start from level 2, which is equivalent to GCSE, but in sectors including creative and design as well as digital, they do go up to level 6 and level 7, which is masters. Okay, so for further information about apprenticeships, have a look at the government apprenticeship site, or Amazing Apprenticeships is also very useful. You've also got a work-based route as an option, so you could apply for a junior trainee role, such as that of a games tester or quality assurance tester. That's where you'd be responsible for finding sort of inconsistencies and glitches or bugs in software or game experience. And that's a real great starting point in which to develop your career. You might be interested in an internship, which is essentially on-the-job work experience offered by an employer. to give students and graduates exposure to the working environment. So internships could be as short as a week or as long as 12 months. So for example, you could gain experience in a company such as Airbus, or a global leader in aeronautics, space and related services. So, you know, there's a wide range of options in this sector. It's really exciting.
Brilliant. That sounds like this sort of course really opens a lot of doors for you. The next question we've got, which might help hone in on that, is can you explain more about the job market in this sector and what potential roles could I specialise in the future?
Okay, yeah, perfectly, Adam, thanks. Okay, so, well, first of all, the UK is home to both world-leading tech and the creative industry sector, and in recent years they've come together to develop innovative technology that will influence the way that we live and work. So 2018, the gross value of the creative industries was 111 billion, which accounts for approximately 3.2 million jobs. Now, one of the most exciting areas of the sector has to be immersive media, which has the ability to create new experiences for users with augmented or enhanced environments. And with the current pandemic, we've seen, you know, many businesses having to rely on remote working in order to diversify and survive. In some areas of businesses, however, remote working has really taken off, and immersive design is no exception. So moving forward, it's likely that extended reality will be key to facilitate remote education, work and entertainment. And I think we've seen some great examples in the videos earlier. Therefore, the demand for XR skills will increase. And not only that, XR has the ability to transform the way we shop, learn, create, work and experience the world. So it's a really, really exciting industry to get into, which will be full of opportunities, I'm sure. So for example, from flight simulations, innovation displays in shops to new forms of surgical training techniques. And I think, you know, that's why Leicester College are really proud to be working with the National Space Centre Academy to offer this course to students. But in terms of what jobs to get into, well, I've mentioned a few already, but, you know, jobs roles such as project leader, producer, post-production specialist, cinematographer, sound specialist, concept artist, VFX artist, storyteller. So there's lots and lots of job opportunities. And immersive media is currently employing candidates in entertainment, construction, automation, sports, gaming, music, film, healthcare and wellbeing, and design, engineering, education, training. Honestly, it just goes on. So a wide variety of sectors and certainly some fantastic career opportunities for the future for our young people.
Fantastic. And the final question we've got for you here is where can I get help with my careers ideas and options?
Okay, yeah, no problem. So we're really fortunate at Leicester College to have a great team of fully qualified careers advisors, all of which have many years of experience, and we are on hand to provide impartial advice and guidance. So I'm part of the college team who are on hand to offer support to pre-16s and 16 to 18-year-olds. We also have our lovely National Career Service team who offer support to adults 19 plus. We're currently working remotely and can offer support by email, telephone or through a Microsoft Teams video call. So if you'd like support with your career options, head over to the Leicester College website and fill out the online inquiry form. Submit your inquiry and a member of the team will get back to you within 48 hours, that's 2 working days. We've added lots of really useful careers information to the Leicester College website, help you explore your career ideas and options. And if you are a student at Leicester College already, then you can head over to the Leicester College Careers Team Moodle page. And we're basically here to offer you advice and guidance. Okay.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for that, Lisa. Just to reiterate what she said, absolutely do head over to the website if you do want to get in touch with the careers team. You can email them and they are very good and very helpful. They've helped a lot of students in their time. So we're just going to quickly go back to Jacob and Rob so they can tell you a bit more about the portfolio before we end today's live. So let's bring them two back in. Hello, Jacob. And there's Rob. Bro. So I'll leave you guys to it. Oh, Rob, I think you're muted. Let's just unmute you.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, there you go.
Hi, everyone. As part of our application process for PS16 or school leavers now, you'll go through your PS16 application, and the college will write to you with acknowledging your application and a conditional offer letter with the conditions for the course. And our conditions for the course are 4 GCSEs at grade 5 or above. And we are looking for maths and English, but we're also looking for grade 5s in subjects that relate to the course. And Jacob and I are sort of working our way through adapting our expectations, weren't we, Jacob? And we were talking about the criteria we're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, at the moment with discussion of various exams and lots of working from home, it's quite a difficult time for us to properly judge students coming in and students coming with a wealth of different types of qualifications. So again, as we talked about a little bit in the previous presentation, the importance of showing off a portfolio and saying, look, I'm a student, I want to enter this course, this is what I can do already, imagine what I can do with further education, is only going up. Now, we do understand that this type of course attracts people with a wide variety of specializations. We're looking at artists coming in, we're looking at story writers, we're looking at programmers, we're looking at designers. So we really need to have a portfolio that's welcoming to people with a whole spectrum of skills. To that end, we've been discussing things like a portfolio could include a short film or animation, it could include a computer program, it could include a selection of 3D models or 2D art. We've got a really wide variety of portfolio pieces that we're willing to accept. So it's quite hard for us to properly judge, how many portfolio pieces, how many pieces of 2D art is worth a console application, how many 3D pieces of art is worth a script that you've written for a possible VR experience. So we're working through perhaps a time allowance, kind of with the idea that maybe you're spending maybe 20 hours, maybe 12 hours on a couple of pieces of work that could be from any of these categories, and submit those as kind of a collected portfolio.
Okay, everyone. So when you receive a letter from us with an insert, it will suggest that you need to email us your portfolio via like your OneDrive or your G Drive via a link, or if it's something that's already live online, sending us the URL or zipping up the film that you put together and sending that through. And the second part of the entry criteria is that you attend a virtual welcome event with Jake and myself online, and the letter will dictate the times for those, and you can attend with us. And that will sort of conclude the application process. And providing that you meet both those criteria, then your place will be confirmed. Thanks, Adam.
Brilliant. Thank you for that, guys. So that does bring us to the end of the live stream. Thank you so much for watching. If you do have any questions or anything that you think of after this is over, feel free to still comment on the live stream link, and we will get back to you and answer those. Like Rob mentioned during the presentation, there are only limited spaces for this course, and you can apply now. So if you do want to head over to our website, feel free to head over to www.leicestercollege.ac.uk. We'll drop a link in the comment as well, and you can apply for the course now. But thank you to everyone for joining us. It was a very, very interesting presentation, one of the most exciting ones we've done, and we'll hopefully see you soon. Have a lovely evening. Bye.